morning to you.
Recording in progress.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me open up the chat. You know what I want to do? I want to see where you all are logging in from. So where you logging in from? What city, what state, and or what country? Good morning, Ronika. Good morning, Ginger. Good morning, Tiffany. Good morning, Mary. Let's see who makes it to Thursday. You know, most people bail out like right around day 2 or 3. But let's see who makes it. Look, send out a blast. Good morning from Philly, Mindy. I see you. I'm from Philadelphia, born and raised. Lania from Baltimore, Maryland, South Carolina. Princess, I see you. Good morning. Good morning, Kathleen. Good morning from H-Town. Charlotte, North Kakalaka, Dr. Bramwell from Florida, Opopka, Florida. Good morning from Nova Scotia. Hello, Nadine. Hello. I'm actually going to be on my way to Canada shortly. Good morning, Jennifer from LA. We are praying for LA. We're praying for LA. My father and I was sending them a message late last night as we were saying, you know, we need to pray for LA, for California. I see you. Danette, I see you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so listen, what you want to do now is you want to take the link that you have to get on Good Morning Powder Springs. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What you want to do is take the link that you have and send it out to 10 people. Say, hey, listen, if you win your morning, you'll win your day. This call is free. Dial in and listen in. That's all you got to do is say, send out the link. Join me here. Good morning, Cedric from Los Angeles. We're praying for California. Timothy, good morning. Good morning. All right, so let me know how many of you have been here all 4 days. Today makes day 4 for you. Put 4 in the comments. Good morning, Timothy. If you've been here all 4 days. Come on. I love this. 4 days. 4 days. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so if you've been here 3 days, put a 3 in the comments if it's 3 days for you. Let me see if it's been 3 days. Now, we got a lot of people who may or may not be with us this morning. There have been storms that literally all through Georgia, and there are a lot of people without power. So we want them to preserve their power. All right, we want you to mute. Make sure you mute. Let me mute these out. I'm going to make sure nobody can unmute because I get distracted. You missed Monday. That's right. You were in a meeting. Okay, if you've been here 2 days, let me see in the comments if you've been here 2 days. 2 days? Let me see it 2. Perfect, perfect. Now, if this is your first day, put a 1 in the comments and let me know it's your first day. We want to celebrate you if this is your first day here. 1. Let me see if this is your, put a 1. Nia, Ernest, welcome. Welcome. Good morning, Zoom user. We don't see your name, but good morning. All right, everybody, welcome our day ones, all the day ones. Eric, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Let's welcome everybody that's been here. Let's welcome all the day oneers. Say welcome, 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 welcome. All right, so praying for everybody that's affected by the storms. There were some terrible storms that drove through Georgia last night, and I got messages from a lot of people saying that they are without power. We pray that their power be restored and that you all are ready to seize the day and win the day, right? So we want to welcome you to the Buy Back the Block Challenge Week. And this is the Mindset Call. And we're grateful for Jordan Ferrarini and his team. Jordan realizes that before we can talk systems and strategies, we have to get our mind right. So mindset matters. And I am Nina Moorer, and I want to make sure that we connect. So let me make sure, I don't know, Misha usually puts my Instagram in the comments, but I'm going to write it right here at The Real Nina Moorer. Let's make sure that you all are connecting with me also on Instagram so that we can stay connected. I'm very active on Instagram and Facebook, so you'll see me putting constant information up. You're always welcome to join anything that I have in any city that I'm in. If I'm there, the doors are open for you, right? So make sure we're getting connected on Instagram. You'll find my Facebook from my Instagram. So let's make sure that we get connected and let me know. Thank you, Misha, that you were here at the Buy Back the Block Mindset Calls. So good morning, good morning, good morning. So listen, I want you to understand that this is bigger than property. This is bigger than investments. This is bigger than money. This is about becoming the kind of person who can be trusted for more. I want y'all to really hear what I just said. This is about becoming the kind of person who can be trusted with more. And it's all right, Brendan. I know a lot of you are at work, but if you can have your camera on, I would love to see your beautiful faces. All right. So if you're on this call, I need you to hear me clearly. You are not here by accident, and you are not here by incident. You are appointed. You're chosen to be here. This is not just because, because anybody could have had the link to get on. But the fact that you're here, there is something that you are being set apart for. And you are here because something in you knows it's my time. And so if you know that it's your time, I want you to comment, it's my time. Whether you feel ready or not, but you know something on the inside is saying, it's my time. Now remember, I said that this is bigger than money. This is bigger than just investments. This is bigger than property, although those things are big, because money is essential. The Bible says that it answers all things. But now it's time to grow. I want you to write, time to grow. And this season should feel very uncomfortable. If you are at ease, you're not doing enough. It's time to grow. It's time to stretch. And let me give you a perfect example. When a woman goes into labor, in order for her to bring the baby to the earth, right, to birth the baby, her body goes through a stretching, and it is excruciating pain. It is not easy bringing a baby or a blessing. So you're now got to understand that you're saying, I'm ready for the birth pains of a blessing. Retro, are you ready? Because that's what you're saying. You're saying you're ready. It's my time. It's time to grow. It's time to stretch. So if it's time to grow and it's time to stretch, you're saying, I'm ready for the birth pains of a blessing. That's what you're saying. You're saying, I'm ready to be on the front line. You're saying that I'm not a quitter. You're saying, I'm a builder. I'm an overcomer. That's what you're saying. You're saying it's time to think differently. So if it's time to think differently, because what do we have to do? Renew our minds. It's time to think differently. It's time to stop surviving and accepting average or mediocre. Because you learned this week, you're not average. And here's the reality. I was talking with one of my business partners this week, and we talked about understanding that we were born into abundance. But here's what happens. Even when I tell you, you were born in abundance, you were born from abundance, you are wealthy and you have no idea. See, the thing is, people who are wealthy, they act like it, Dr. Gilliam. They have a behavior. They know they're wealthy. They know they're wealthy. Y'all ever see, and you know what? Y'all know we say it. Oh, look at them little rich kids. They silver spoon kids. They act like it. They know. They act entitled. Some of us are not understanding that abundance is our birthright. You don't have to beg or plead for it. And you're saying, well, Nina, I don't understand. If abundance is my birthright, why am I experiencing a lack of cash flow right now? Because I don't ever say the word broke. Ever. We don't ever say that. So, Nina, if abundance is my birthright, why am I experiencing a lack of cash flow? Guess what? It's because you don't believe and you don't embrace that abundance is your birthright. You don't know that you have access to it. So you don't even command the access because you're acting average, which is why you gotta change your mindset. So you're saying, I'm ready for it. Nina, I'm ready. I'm ready. And this week, we're going to keep doing it together. We're going deeper. We're going deeper today. If you're ready to go deeper, let me see you write deeper in the comments. Let me see. Let me see it. Let me see it. We're going deeper. And every round, every day, we went higher and higher. We went deeper and deeper. So imagine, buy back the block. Buy back the block. That's like, now we got to take back from the enemy what he stole from us. And guess what? Some of it, Brian, the enemy didn't steal it from us. Some people just gave it up. It wasn't even a stick up. You just gave it up. We got to think like a builder now. I want you to write in the comments, think like a builder. Think like a builder. Think like a builder. Come on, think like a builder. You know, my favorite book in the whole wide world for entrepreneurs is Think and Grow Rich. Changed my life. Think and Grow Rich is the Bible for entrepreneurship. So if you want to change your mindset and understand that the problem with man is that they simply just don't think, the book opens up like that. Now you got to think like a builder. You got to think like an owner. You can't think average. You can't think like a consumer. You got to think like an owner. How does an owner show up? How does a builder show up? How do they? What kind of mindset does a builder and owner have? You think about it. When you got the keys to your first car, how did you act? As the owner of that car, as the owner of them keys. There are some people, y'all, that have more stake in a remote control than they do in owning their lives. Y'all see the people that fight over the remote? Where the remote? Give me the remote. They got more stake over the remote control to control what's on the screen instead of controlling what's in their lives. But we're saying we're buying back the block. Like, I don't even know, when I first started talking with you all on Friday, well, we've been here a few Fridays now, but I don't even think I understood how powerful that whole concept is. Buy back the block. And I started thinking about it. If we got to buy it back, we buying it back. We're taking back what was rightfully taken from us. Take your authority back. Take your power back. Do you understand who and whose you are? We are elite, born in abundance, children of the Most High. Do you understand who and whose you are? Struggle is not your portion. Abundance is your birthright. And when you understand that, you got to act like somebody stole the keys to your car and take it back by changing the way we think. So for the past few days, we've been talking a lot about identity. And the reason why in this challenge, we've been talking about identity is so that we understand who we are and why this is so important for us to position ourselves to take back what's rightfully ours, Celise. We've talked about being called. So what's the good in knowing that we're called if we don't answer the call? You all know that you feel it. It's like a banging at your door. It's a banging at your door for your purpose, your destiny, and your identity to come out. That's why some nights you can't sleep. Because you know you're not operating in your purpose. You know you're not operating in your destiny. You just accepting what life is thrown at you. Where is your fight? Where is your fight? You remember when we were kids, Ginger, she right smack dab in the middle of my screen again. Ginger, and you got on a pretty old bright lipstick today, right? So listen, do you remember, Ginger, when we were kids and literally somebody would call out our mama, say something crazy about our mama? Who remembers that? If you remember when we were kids and somebody would say crazy about something about your mama, even if they didn't say it to you, we've seen when somebody say something crazy about somebody's mama. And then somebody go crazy like, oh no, you ain't gonna talk about my mama. You ain't gonna talk about my mama. Where is the fight that's in you to say, oh no, I will not be in this space where I have a lack of cash flow in my life? Because we're not gonna say that word. I will not be where favor is not upon me. Where is your fight? Fight. Why are we laying down and dying to circumstances that we have the power to change? We are not a tree. Get up. You are not a tree. Get up and walk in your purpose. Walk in your destiny. Take back what's yours. So when I thought about it, I said, we talked about becoming an owner. We talked about being called. We talked about stepping into the assignment that's on our lives. Because calling without preparation is frustration. So how many of you have felt a little frustrated because you feel like, okay, I know I want more, but I just don't really quite know what to do? It's okay. No condemnation here. We family. We're family. We're going to love on you if you've just felt frustrated. And you know what? Many of you have joined company after company, or you've joined challenge after challenge. And you get on and you hear this every couple of months, right? You get on challenge after challenge, or you join company after company. Here's the thing. And I want y'all to, I'm not being mean. You got to understand that the common thing is that you take you wherever you go. You take you wherever you go. And because you take you wherever you go, what has to change? What you do with the information that you get when you're there. What has to change is the way that you do things. Because it's obvious if you keep being on the same hamster wheel, you're reliving Groundhog Day over and over and over again. What's obvious is that the common denominator is the person looking in the mirror. And I'm not here to condemn you. I am here to make you aware that we're going to stop blaming our circumstances. We're going to stop blaming the divorce. We're going to stop blaming daddy not being there. We're going to stop blaming what mama said to us when we was kids. We're going to stop blaming the teacher. We're going to stop blaming your husband. We're going to stop blaming your wife. You're going to stop blaming. You know, people crack me up when they talk about, I used to be 300 pounds, y'all. And when they talk about, the struggle it is to get our weight back intact, but I go and look in the refrigerator and I'm saying you can't possibly want to change. Because when you want to change, you change your entire environment. And it starts here. Weight loss doesn't start here, y'all. It starts here. Here. How we think, what we think about ourselves, how we feel. Here. I wasn't even smart enough to eat what I wanted to eat and then go to the gym. See, my husband, he's smart. He knows why I could cook. So he's smart. He go to the gym every day, sometimes 7 days a week, because he know he gonna eat because I can cook. But his mindset is, I'm not sitting on it. You understand what I'm saying? It starts here. Self-worth. When you understand who you are. And let me tell you what helped me, you all. I remember looking in the mirror one day and I kept saying, wait a minute, I'm created in his image. I'm created in his likeness. And I looked in the mirror and I said, whoa, wait a minute. This can't possibly be his image. So if we know now, how many of us would agree that abundance is our birthright? Let me see if you agree in the comments. I need to see it before my next comment. Let me see. If you agree, we in agreement? I need a little more than 50% of us to say we agree. We're going to participate today. So if we agree, a lot of us agree that abundance is our birthright. We all agree. Abundance is our birthright. We agree. So if we agree that abundance is our birthright, why are we walking around acting like peasants? If we agree, and I saw most of us agreed, why are we walking around acting like peasants? Why are we walking around acting like average? Why are we walking around accepting the leftovers and the crumbs? Now, ain't nothing wrong with leftovers, because I like leftovers because it tastes better the next day. But what I'm talking about is the mentality that I'm just going to take what's left. No. So we're frustrated, right? And you're frustrated because preparation. No preparation. Vision without discipline is disappointment. So now you got to have vision, but we got to be disciplined. And that starts in the mind. I told you all, it doesn't matter what system or strategy you have. If the mind is not disciplined, we will fumble the bag every single time. Discipline, all right? Discipline. So dreams without preparation stays dreams. As a matter of fact, they like nightmares. Builders understand something that the crowd often misses. Listen to this. That preparation creates opportunity. You don't wait for opportunity to show up. You get prepared. So let me tell y'all, I told you all that I'm a network marketer, right? I'm proud of it. I've made a lot of money. I make a lot of money now, but I help a lot of people. So bigger than the money, I help a lot of people. And that's why I love what I do. And I believe that every business is a form of an affiliate or marketing strategy. I believe it in every jobs, the same, all of them, tiers, right? There are some people that are going to earn some big money. There are CEOs. There are other people that run the company. There are all kinds of things. I think everything has the same structure. I don't care. You can argue me down, but I've been a professional network marketer now since 2014. I retired myself, retired my husband. Everybody in my family get a check because of me. Like, for real. So I believe in the concept, right? I believe in the principle. Do I believe it's hard work? I believe it's hard work like anything else, right? So what I understand and what I understood is that I had to have the mindset of an owner. I had to have the mindset that, and let me tell you all, so in the beginning when I first became a network marketer and I wasn't in the top leadership, right? I was acting like I was, Ginger. Dr. Gilliam, I was acting like I was. So I would be home, like acting like I was making presentations, even though I wasn't on the stage yet. I would be home, like learning. And let me tell y'all what I did. So anytime I would get on one of the calls that they would have, like to present the opportunity, right? Just like the challenge week, when we would get on the calls, guess what I would do? I would have a notebook. And in that note, what I would do, every call is literally, I would write down word for word everything the presenter said. And I did that because I was getting myself ready. I didn't wait until I had a team. Some of y'all gonna catch this. I didn't wait until I had a team. I didn't wait until I made a sale. No, I was writing down. Back then it was a lot of like ingredients and things like that. So I was writing down what the ingredients were. I was writing it all down, getting ready, didn't have a team. Then I would sit around after the calls were over and I would sit around and practice what they said. Over and over and over again until I got good. And then one day, let me tell y'all what happened. One day the presenter couldn't present. I don't know what happened. They called me and they said, Nina, hey, listen, I'm not going to be able to be on the call tonight. I'm going to need you to do the call. Now, had I not been taking notes and practicing, guess what? I wouldn't have been ready. The thing that we got to understand is God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. So while you're sitting around waiting for somebody to call on you before you get ready, no, you'll never get called on because you're not ready. God is not going to set you up to fail. And because he's not going to set you up to fail, if you're sitting around saying, well, I don't have a property yet, so ain't no need in me learning the tax codes. I don't have a property yet, so ain't no need in me learning about the financing. I don't have a house yet. I haven't looked. I don't know. You're not ready. Why would God give you something that you are not prepared for? So I acted like a leader before I was a leader. Nobody had to tell me that I should have been learning the presentation. No, Ginger, I started to study the cadence. I started to study when their voices went up and when they, and then when they were closing, how their voice came down. It's all psychology. Everything in life is sales. We're either being sold to or we're selling. Everything in life is sales. And when I started, and I used to say dumb things like, I hate sales. I don't like sales. What? Sales is the highest paid profession in the world. In the world. I earn more than some NBA players in sales. So, I don't understand this thing that we say what we don't like. Well, I don't like people, and I don't like this, and I don't like that. And then we're waiting on God to bless us with the things we say out of our mouths I don't like. Well, how? So let me say it again. Preparation creates opportunity. Could it be that you don't have the opportunities that you want because you refuse to get prepared? Because you're waiting until. No, get prepared now, and then you'll be ready when it happens. So when I got that call, not only did I do the call, but I knocked it out the park. I knocked it out the park. I realized I'm better than the girl that's been doing it. And you know why? Because I had been practicing. Practice. See, you know what? Too many people get that Allen Iverson spirit. Practice. I gotta practice? No. See, I had a Kobe Bryant mentality. I was a Mamba. You know why everybody else was out at the club? I was practicing. When they was coming in from the club, Nina was on the court. So why am I as good as I am now? It ain't no mystery. Practice. The reps make you better. Well, you know what? What would I practice for? I'm never gonna have anybody to talk to. Oh my God. Nobody's ever gonna buy from me. Oh God, I'm never gonna find me I don't know how they find these properties. How they find it with that? I'm never gonna find that. Guess what? If you say that out your mouth, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. I'm never going to get a customer. I'm never going to get a this. I'm never going to get a that. You're absolutely right. Speak those things that are not as though they are. Well, let me tell y'all something. I remember we bought a house on 21st Street in the, what do you call that? The West Oak Lane area? That was West Oak Lane. That was West Oak Lane. 6415 North 21st Street in Philadelphia, right? 19138. We bought that house. So I remember we bought that house and we were there, and I remember, listen to this. So we're living in that house, and my sister-in-law comes to pick up my niece, and they go outside. We had put a salon in the basement, so I didn't have to go to the salon anymore. I was doing hair at home. And my sister-in-law goes outside to the car with my niece, and the next thing we know, we hear all this boom, 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 all this shooting in West Oak Lane. Now, the block was nice, but around the corner, Chew Avenue, around the corner, where my Philadelphia folk at? So y'all know I'm telling the truth, right? Around the corner on Chew Avenue wasn't so nice. Although my block was nice, around the corner wasn't so nice. Let me tell y'all something. I said, we getting up out of here. We had just had Paige. Paige was a baby, like in the arms right? And I said, oh, no, we will not raise her in an environment where I got to wonder if when we walk out to the car, if they're going to be shooting. Now, our mortgage was like $800 a month. Something crazy. $800 a month, y'all. Okay? We left there and went from paying $800 a month. Let me tell y'all what I started doing. Ginger, let me tell you, Melissa, let me tell you what I didn't know where we were going, but I knew we was getting up out of there. So what I started doing every day was I started packing. Y'all, Carlton, look at that's my brother right there, right? Carlton, I took the stuff down off the walls, Melissa, and I started packing. I didn't know where we were going, but I had this crazy faith that we getting up out of here. And you know what motivated me every day, Dr. Gilliam? You know what motivated me every day, Carlton? You know what motivated me every day? I didn't need nobody to call me to say, hey, Nina, are you working your business? Are you working your dream? Because, you said you want to know. I didn't need that. You know what I needed every morning? I would wake up and go to the front door and say, oh, I'm still here on 21st Street. That was enough for me. Your bank account ain't enough? Watching the community struggle and suffer and break down is not enough? Is it not enough? Is it not enough? See, every day, that was enough for me. Preparation always meets opportunity. Now, we went from paying $800 a month to what, like $2,000 a month? 32. From then. I'm sorry, y'all. We went from paying, my husband just corrected me. We went from paying $800 a month, Melissa, to $3,200 a month. Now, call that a jump. Call that a leap of faith. Because we moved out there to Ardmore. Because I said I didn't want my daughter to grow. I didn't want my grandkids. We're gonna go out there. So we got this big house in Ardmore. And guess what? There was never a month where we could not pay the mortgage and all the bills that came along with that property. What it started from was preparation. So while you're waiting to get prepared, God is saying, I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you to believe that you are an heir of the kingdom. I'm waiting on you to believe that abundance is your birthright. I'm waiting on you to keep your word to yourself. I can't show up until you do what you said you were gonna do. Move. Preparation creates opportunity. Because opportunity rarely shows up for people who are not prepared to recognize it. See, what'll happen is opportunity will show up, but because you're not prepared, you won't even know it's an opportunity. And you'll be treating it casual. And then it'll go past you. And then you'll say, dang, I think I missed it. Dang. Because you weren't prepared. And you got to understand this. Windows of opportunity, they don't always come around. We got to understand windows. He says he'll open up the windows of heaven and pours out blessings that we don't have room enough to receive. The window is not going to be open every day. It's a season when that window is open. Open season. I'm going to tell y'all, I posted like 2 days ago that I felt it like the floodgates are open. Not opening, but they're open. I'm telling you now that right now, this is open season. It's open season. Type it in the comments. It's open season. So I got to ask you something. How many people have heard someone say, I wish I had invested earlier. I wish that I had invested earlier. I wish that I had learned that sooner. I wish someone had shown me that before. How many of you have said that? It's open season. Keep writing. Keep writing. It's open season. And I wish. We can't be like that song. And I wish I never. Right? No. We're not going to wish. Nope. This is fighting season. This is so lace up them boots. That's what season we in. So lace up them boots. Put on that backpack. It's time to what? It's fighting season. We're going to fight for what we know is ours. We're not going to lay down and die to it. So we know that we wished, I wish I had a. Because the difference between wishing and winning, guess what? Guess what the difference is, y'all? Preparation. So let me tell you about a story. Story in the Bible. It's a story about David and Goliath, right? It's a preparation principle. This is what we're talking about, preparation. So we're going to talk about David and Goliath. And most people remember the story of David and Goliath, and they think about it as a story of courage, right? But there's a deeper lesson. I told y'all we were going to go deeper today, right? There is a deeper lesson. David did not walk onto the battlefield unprepared, did he? He did not. He did not walk out on that battlefield and stand there like, well, I hope God show up. Like, oh gosh, I hope. No, he wasn't unprepared. Long before David ever faced the giant, he had been what? Long before he faced the giant, what did David do? Protecting the sheep, practicing with a sling, developing skills in private. So where do you develop your skill set? In private, on these challenges. You get on and you pay attention. That's why a lot of times I say to people, have your camera on. You know why? When you don't have your camera on, you're really not fully present. And I understand listen to those of you that are at work, please know this is not condemnation. That is not my heart. But for those that can, we have to understand that a lot of people will get on a Zoom and will not turn their camera on. I know, Mindy, I got you, right? But I'm talking about over and repeatedly. People will repeatedly get on and they intentionally won't turn their camera on. Ever. I don't want anybody to see what I look like. Well, then get out the bonnet. Get out the tank top. Put some clothes on and show up like the boss that you are. Show up prepared, ready, in preparation, developing your skills in private. So what happened with David is when the opportunity came, he was ready. So let me say something important. The victory that everyone sees in public is usually built through preparation that nobody saw in private. So nobody saw the notebooks. Nobody saw the notebooks that I had where I was writing down word for word every presentation. In any company that I went to, I would say, I just need to hear this presentation one time. Just let me hear it one time. iPhone, I love it. Listen to this. I was ready. And I kept saying, I just need to hear it one time. Because I'm going to take these notes so good to where I can repeat over and over again what I hear. 2 times, I'm a master. If I hear it 2 times, I'm a master. But I only need to hear this one time. Because the preparation was happening behind closed doors. And entrepreneurs understand this. Investors understand this. Builders understand this. Preparation makes you ready when opportunity appears. So I want you to say this with me. Say this with me. Say this with me. Yeah, that's right, Dr. Dunn. Even if, listen to this, Ginger, if I had to do a presentation and I had never, ever seen it or heard it before, and you put some slides up, Stan, guess what? I'm going to present like I've been doing it all my life. Because what you learn in the preparation is that they all the same. Every presentation is the same. It's the same structure. Different words that you might be saying, different product you might be talking about, but it's all the same. It's all the same. All right, so I want y'all to say this with me because y'all know that we activate, right? We got to activate what we're saying. Preparation positions me for opportunity. Say it out loud. Y'all know, let me look at y'all lips. Let me see who's talking. Preparation, come on, positions me for opportunity. I'm looking at you. I see you, Nadine. I see you, Zena. All right, I see y'all. Preparation positions me for opportunity. Come on, say it again. I see you. I see you all. I see you, Crystal. I see you, Danny. And say it one more time. Preparation positions me for opportunity. And make sure you write that. Write it in your notes. Because now you're telling your subconscious mind, I'm getting prepared for whatever opportunity comes my way. Myron Golden says something powerful. Success is not accidental. Guess what he says? Success is predictable. Success is not accidental. It's predictable. So when you study, and you know, I'll say it like this. Maybe you'll understand what I mean a little bit better. I'm a winner. It's what I do. That's not arrogant. Kobe Bryant knew that he was a winner. That wasn't arrogance. He knew he was a winner, right? And so people often will ask me, well, Nina, wow, how did that feel? You know, when you earn your first $100,000 in a month, like, how does that feel? How does that, oh my gosh, how does that feel? Well, Carlton, guess what my answer is? And you know, there are some people that when they don't understand this principle, they'll think, Nina, that this is arrogance. This is my answer. Well, I expect to make 100% of the shots that I practiced for. Okay, did y'all get that? So I'm not surprised because I expect to make 100% of the shots that I've practiced for. So I'll say thank you because I'm not surprised. Are you surprised? I'm not surprised because I expected to make every shot I practiced for. Ain't no shock to me. Oh, it finally happened. I'm not shocked. So success is not accidental. If Myron Golden says success is not accidental, it's predictable. It's predictable. So listen to this. I told you nobody's coming to save you. We talked about that earlier in the week. No one's coming to save you. So if no one's coming to save us, what are you waiting for? You waiting for somebody to come and spoon feed it to you? No. Let me tell you what I did. I watched YouTube videos to teach me how to work social media. And I would sit in the car, and you can ask my husband, y'all, I would get so frustrated when I couldn't get something. And I used to be like, doggone it. I'm not getting out this car until I get it. And over 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 again. I would do it over and over and over again until I figured it out. How do I get that picture into that frame? How do I do sometimes? And then I would just go to YouTube University. Because YouTube University, YouTube teach you how to do anything. The problem is, instead of going to find the information, somebody wants you want to go text somebody. Hey, how do I do such? Let me tell you why I'm so good, why I am as good as I am. Because I don't ask anybody for the information. I go seeking it. And when you seek it, first of all, what you seek, you'll find. See, it's amazing. There you go, Carlton. What you do in practice is what you do in the game. So I already know that people are sitting home doing nothing. Because I can see what they're doing in the game. I can see what they're doing in the game. So, I didn't wait for nobody to tell me how to do nothing. No, I went to YouTube University. Anytime I got a little stumbling block. And the reason why I'm as good as I am is because I didn't go to somebody and beg them to tell me. I went and learned it for myself. So when you go and you learn the principles for yourself, how do I post on Facebook? How do I make a reel? How do I go look? Go check. You know, we can Google everything else that we want. You know what's amazing to me, Stan? Here's what's really amazing to me. Carlton, where you at? Because I know my brothers from Philly, they got my back. They got my back. Y'all got my back. Check this out. What's amazing to me, now that you don't even need Google, because Google is antiquated. We got Claude and Chat, and I mean Manus, and all the, Grok. It's just amazing to me what we can do. But check this out. Here's what's amazing. Paul, check this out. The people that be like, I just don't know how to do that. I don't know. I don't know how to, I don't know how to post a video. I don't know how to make a reel. I don't know how to, them same people. I watch those same people book airline tickets. Yup. I watch them same people travel to other countries. I watch those same people go to other countries, rent a car, drive around in a state that they don't live in. I watch people lie to me all day, every day about what they can't do. It is not that you can't do it. You don't want to do it. So how in the world can you not figure out how to do something like put a reel up or whatever, go live, or I'm scared to go, but you're not scared to get in an Uber in the middle of the night in a state you don't live in with a man or a woman you don't know? So success is not accidental. It's predictable. When you study, when you learn, when you prepare, when you position yourself in the right rooms, your probability of success increases dramatically. So, instead of sitting at home watching TV, we all sitting around with these $1,000 devices in our hands. And you can't figure out, I'm a little confusion. But you say, I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of living like this. I want a change. I need something different. Then opportunity literally comes and it just drops in your lap. And we still sit around looking for an opportunity. With an opportunity in our laps. I don't even know, so our dog, Zara, just had surgery. So she's a little clingy. She's a little more clingy than normal. She's literally sitting right here in her bed, right? But she's also afraid of thunder and rain and wind. So it thunderstormed last night. So y'all already know, day one night, it was rough because it was her first night of surgery. I got no sleep. My husband sleeps right through it, y'all. And then day two, last night, was a thunderstorm. So y'all know how my night went, right? I got no sleep. No sleep. And I say this to my dog, who literally, while she's afraid, she's like, she gets so close and she's trying to step on me. And I'll say, Zara, you can't get any closer than on me. That's what opportunity is doing for a lot of you. Opportunity is on you so close and you're still looking for something that's right there. Preparation is the discipline that separates spectators from builders, from owners. So 5 builder disciplines. Let's talk about 5 disciplines that shape people who become owners. All right, we're going to start. I'll give you the first one and then we'll finish tomorrow. Or y'all think I should just wait to start these 5 tomorrow and we finish out with the 5 tomorrow? What y'all want me to do? If you want me to give you the 1, put a 1 in the comments. If y'all want me to just wait till tomorrow and give you all 5 together, let me know. They like, nope, give us 1. Give us 1. Give us 1. All right. 1. When we give you 1, all right, we're going to talk about it. So there are 5 builder disciplines. And this is building. It doesn't matter what. There's a doggy jacket. We got the doggy jacket, Brian. It don't help. Brian, I'm talking, we done gave her everything. CBD. I think the next thing we're gonna try is the ear thing. Like we don't even. She knows it's gonna storm, y'all. 20 minutes before the storm hit, she starts acting crazy. I'm telling y'all, like we try, all right? We tried everything. I don't know. She just want to be in my skin or something. I don't even know what else to do, right? So, but we did try that. We tried the doggy jacket. It didn't help. All right, 5 builder principles. Ready? And these are the 5 builder principles that are going to create ownership mindset. So, discipline number 1, and this is so major, is that you have to think long term. Think long term. Consumers think today. Owners think about the future. You know, I'm a host, I'm an MC, I'm an author, I'm a speaker, but I'm a network marketer. That's what I do, right? And I happen to be very passionate about the product that we're providing right now. And I tell people all the time, if you jump around from company to company to company, come 1 minute you're doing this, 1 minute you're doing that, 1 minute you jump around, you're never going to build a legacy income. So even in that, so it doesn't matter what profession you're in. Builders think long term. All right? Investors ask different questions. Owners think about the future. So investors ask different questions. They ask, what will this property be worth in 10 years? See, they're not thinking about what's it worth today. What is it going to be worth in 10 years? So we've been here 5 years. The house was what? What was it? 550? It is now worth what? 700 and something thousand? See? Owners, investors, they want to know, it ain't about what it's worth today. It's about what this is worth 10 years from now. What could this neighborhood become? Is it going up or is it going down? See, we see a lot of what? Gentrification happening right now, right? So neighborhoods that may not look like that's the place where you want to live right now. My son live in North Philadelphia. Well, you know, that's not what they call it now. They call it, what do they call it? Northern Liberties? It's North Philly. All day. It's North Philly. But now it's Northern Liberties. No, none of the houses look like they used to. Gentrification. So someone had the vision, what, 10 years ago, that this area was going to be booming. And it is. It's North Philly. It's Northern Liberties. You know, when you ask them young people, it's like, I live in Northern Liberties. I'm like, bro, you live in North Philly. Okay? We grew up that's where we grew up. Okay? Bro, but you know, the kids is like, we live in Northern Liberties. No children, you live in North Philadelphia. Okay? And I live in Brewery, I can't even say it. Brewery Town. You live in North Philly. Okay? It's beautiful down there, though. It's beautiful now, right? What could the neighborhood become? How can today's preparation create tomorrow's opportunity? And guess what, Stan? I had an opportunity to invest in some properties, but I didn't see it. Missed the opportunity. The same way I invested money in Bitcoin and pulled it out because I got scared. I wasn't thinking long term. I wasn't thinking long term. So I put the money in the Bitcoin and then I took it out. And had I left the money sitting there, my googly goo, we wouldn't be on here today. Okay? Well, maybe we would. But I'd be sitting on Star Island talking to you from the water on Star Island in Miami or somewhere like that. Right? So Warren Buffett says this. Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. Ow, that's so good. Warren Buffett. Let me say it again. Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago.
Sticky notes all on my wall. Dreams I wrote when I felt small. Now I say